Good morning. It is 5:30 and Mark Trail has me up at the crack of dawn on my vacation. Yesterday evening I was like, he's like, I think we should start hiking at 5, and I'm looking at him and I was like, but it's my vacation. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm with a through hiker. I better get my butt out. So then we compromised. And got up at 5:30.
Isn't it beautiful out here this morning?
It is really beautiful, but it would have been the same beautiful at 6:30.
No, it wouldn't.
Something really weird happened last night. In the middle of the night, my air pump started by itself.
Oh, that's weird.
And now that's weird because if you have that air pump, it's that really ultralight air pump, you have to hit the button twice for it to start by itself. Twice. So in the middle of the night, it just goes. I'm like, what is going on? Why would my air pump start by itself?
It's the vortex.
The vortex? No, obviously it's some sort of mechanical thing, but like, why? Like, you have to hit the button twice for it to start, so that was just creepy. Anyway, but apparently Mark Trail didn't hear it, because...
I did hear it.
Oh, you did hear it? Okay. Did you wonder what the hell I was doing?
No, I knew it went on by itself.
Do you have an air pump, right?
I do not.
Oh, you don't, right. So anywho, today, another thing, I know I'm just talking, but another thing is, yesterday Mark Trail goes, oh my God, if we do 20 miles, we're gonna have 4,600 feet of elevation gain. I don't know if we can do that. 5 minutes later, oh, there's food at 17. We're totally doing it. Listen, the food motivates. So at 17 some miles, there's like a food stand or something.
Yeah.
So I never saw that in 22, so I'm excited.
Yes.
So that's what our motivation is for today.
That's why we're getting up early.
Yeah, right.
So we can do 20
No,
miles.
the reason why we're getting up early so that Mark Trail doesn't melt later on.
That's true.
Because it's gonna be raining. Not raining. Oh my gosh. I wish it would be raining. No, it's gonna be warm.
Put in your coffee.
Yeah, so it's gonna be hot today. So let's get this day here started. River Crossin. That's a new one. So they call this the rock garden because it's a bunch of rocks. So this is where I did trail magic for the 6-pack right here. And then, yeah, right there. Because it's nice because it's like there's a road down this way. So it's a pretty steep hike, but like this is nice and private rather than being on the big road.
You pulled off right there.
Yeah, I came from here and then I parked right there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's a good spot for trail magic.
It is. Ooh. Ooh, trail magic goofing.
Welcome. Now, if somebody said they saw a catamount, would you believe them?
How you doing?
After that, you're on your own.
Yeah. Look at, see, it's upside down. If it just flipped it over.
No, it's not. It's
if you
correct.
flipped it over, you would
This
have
is
the
how a
right...
funnel works. He's trying to make fun of my stage.
That's not a funnel.
Why are you even here? If you don't like Vermont, bro.
I love Vermont. It's just that we're better.
Yeah, whatever. Just want to say how nice it is to come across trail magic finally. One of the things is that because I started so soon this year, February 23rd, we just didn't come across like a lot of trail magic, and it seems like the bubble is catching up, which means there'll be more trail magic for Mark Trail as he is moving up. So it's really nice to have that, you know, to come into a trailhead and be greeted with some amazing trail magic. Okay, got over one of the steeper climbs. Mark Trail is a little back. It is getting warmer. Let's see what, it's 68 degrees, but it feels warmer. Some gear updates. So I don't know if I mentioned it in any of my past videos, but my sleeping pad that I used for the PCT and half of the AT seemed to start to leak when I ended my trip and I stayed over at Boots Off Hostel. I took the pad to Trail Days and brought it to the Thermarest people to check for a hole. I mean, they checked it, they said they did, and they said there was no hole in there. So they serviced the valve and boom. Well, I just recently did an overnight that I didn't film. And I had to blow up that mattress at least 5 times, which means there is a real big hole in there. It's not just a slow leak. So I'm confused how they couldn't find it because I hadn't used it since that moment and that day. So that sleeping pad is done. Good thing though is I have this extra large, extra wide Thermarest Neo Air with the old valve that I'm using right now. Obviously it's way too large for me to use for any through hike in the future. For now it'll do. But that kind of means I need to get a new sleeping pad because if the Thermarest people couldn't find the hole, I mean, I'll look to see if I can find it, but it seems like that's a goner. The other thing is my Z-Pax tent that I started to use like in Oregon. So I used it all of Oregon, Washington, and then the half of the AT. And you're starting to get like holes in the mesh again. And I am so gentle with my gear. So that's really frustrating. I can definitely sew that stuff up, so that's not a big deal, but that's just an update when it comes to my gear. Also, these cool flamingo shorts, I've been trying to see if I can buy a new pair because I just really like them. And it seems like Chicken Legs doesn't have them anymore, and they are, I think they're men's shorts because I don't like the really like short ones where you can see somebody's, butt. I like the longer the longer shorts. So I don't know. So that's sad. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find some flamingo shorts. But I like the chicken legs. Those are really great. So that's the update on some of my gear. We're getting close to the Clarendon Gorge, which has a beautiful bridge. And in 2022, we took that exit on the road to a food place, but it doesn't exist anymore, which is sad. So I don't remember exactly, but we have another 3 miles, I believe, to the next spot where the farm stand is, and it will include a steep uphill. Unfortunately, correction, it's another 4 miles, which makes it even sadder. So I'm gonna wait for Mark Trail right here. He says he's had some intestinal concerns, so it might be a little bit before he's here. So it's 11:30 a.m. on the dot. I've hiked 13.7 miles, and we have about 4-ish to the farm stand, and I'm just gonna wait for Mark Trail here. And we have another steep climb coming up. But I think that's the last one of the day. So, but that's always like the famous last words of a hiker, right? Last ones, but it never ends. Like there's always another steep one. So we'll see. Just waiting for Mark Trail now. Not bad.
Hi.
He has arrived.
Finally. If you do it on a banter sort of way, that'd be that'd be good.
All right, we are not on the AT right now because we are walking to the farm stand.
Yay.
Which is a stone throw
A stone throw.
away, which is what it's called,
I
which
wanna
means
see who throws that stone.
apparently a stone throw is 0.3.
A stone
I don't
throw
know.
is 0.3?
Well, I don't know, because in the forward comments it says stone throws, just a stone throw, and then in parentheses 0.3.
Yeah, I don't think
away.
somebody knows what a stone throw means.
feel like I'm making good time today.
Yeah, good. You do. Yeah.
But it's still light outside. Look at this. Look at this here farm stand right there. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? This is the most amazing place on earth, just saying. I love farm stands. Vermont are the best thing ever when it comes to farm stand. Got some bread, which I'll be eating. It's got some cheese, which I'll be eating. We've got some local sweet cola. Hello? Yes. Oh my God. Look at these cuties. Oh, it's a baby. Oh, it's a bunch of babies and they're running. Oh my goodness. I mean, I know they're not goats and all, but they're adorable. So we are this cute little setup here. We've got our cheese, our bread, our sodas, our butter, and we are gonna feast.
We are. This is awesome.
Well, we were here for 2 hours. It's 4 o'clock. We did already hike like 17 some miles, but we have about 3.2 left to where we want to camp. Should be easy. It is hot. What is the temperature? Looks like we have 92 degrees.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. We have a winner. 9.
So that's where we came out of. And we are back on the AT. All right, back into the woods. Here we go. All right, we got a bunch of rocks with the states on it. We got Tennessee, Vermont. There's like 2 Vermonts.
Wow.
No, is that 2 Vermonts?
Yeah.
No, that's New Jersey. North Carolina,
That's Vermont.
Georgia. That's Vermont,
Yeah.
but that is...
Isn't that Vermont?
Yes.
VT.
Yes,
Okay.
this one's New Jersey.
Okay.
Okay. We're like 2 siblings. We're always arguing.
Yeah.